Staying with us. I am so grateful. And we'll go right into the presentation, the W words. The W words for today are W for winners and whiners. I'm putting the two together because they are the opposite, as far as I'm concerned, of the same thing that I want to present. And then two, W for wages. The Bible says the wages of sin is death. So there are wages for everything. Wages for bad driving, wages for eating too much. So we'll be looking at wages as it applies in relationships. And then we'll look at the warning signs to look out for. Listen, every relationship that ever goes bad, the warning signs come before the relationship goes bad. Except that we often don't pay attention to the warning signs until they hit us in the face and it is too late. So the warning signs, we're going to look at the warning signs so that if you're seeing them, you'll be able to advise yourself. Then we would end with wife, W for wife. And we'll begin a sentence. When I say I am a wife, and then we'll continue from there. Of course, it's going to look very strange with a man saying, when I say I'm a wife. But I hope you understand I'm speaking for women at this point. So let's get straight into it. Let's begin with winners and whiners. Listen, we go into relationships to win. Now, when I say win, winning in a relationship means we go into the relationship to be happy, to make somebody happy. We go into a relationship because we feel good about this person. We like the way we feel when we are with this person. We go into a relationship because we believe we can enrich the other person's life. But it often doesn't work out that way. So if it doesn't work out that way, you've lost in a relationship. So let's look at the winners and the whiners. The winners are those who are fulfilled in a relationship. The whiners are those who are in a relationship and they have so many complaints to make because the relationship is not working for them. Have you ever met somebody who can tell you that, hey, don't ever get married, though. Don't get married. A young man I know says, I have told my kid brothers, the day they marry, I'll beat all of them. Because he's become a whiner. That's what I mean. He went into marriage hoping to be happy. He's not. He's become a whiner now. So we're going to look at about 20 signs or distinction between a winner and a whiner. So stay with me. 1, winners give, whiners take. It's one of the biggest things. Winners, those who win in a relationship are givers. They are giving. And whiners always want to receive, and that is why they are whining. 2, winners forgive. Whiners keep grudges. A winner can not a big deal. No, let it go. It doesn't matter. Whiners say, no, it matters. Why are you saying it doesn't matter? 3, winners are realistic in their expectations. Whiners insist on unrealistic expectations. Even when you show them that this expectation of yours, it won't work, it doesn't make for a good relationship. No. That's how I want, so I am going to keep it. And that is a whiner. Now, 4, winners are faithful. Whiners cheat. Winners stay faithful in their relationships. Whiners cheat. And that's why they have so much to whine. 5, winners take responsibility for their own happiness. They know nobody can make them happy. Their happiness is their responsibility. Whiners expect someone to make them happy. 6, winners put themselves in their partner's shoes. They are thoughtful. They are sensitive. Whiners see only their perspective and insist on what they want and things like that. 7, winners address conflicts as they come. Whiners bottle everything in. Winners are open. As soon as something comes up, can we talk about this? Winners, no, it's fine. Everything is fine. Meanwhile, they are dying inside. 8, winners love themselves first. Whiners seek somebody to come and love them. Now, it will look like an irony when we are talking about how to build strong relationships for me to say that love yourself first. Winners love themselves first. But that is it. You can't give what you don't have. And if you don't feel good about yourself and you haven't accepted yourself, trust me, you'll never be able to make anybody feel and look good. 8, winners don't give up their dreams and they don't bury themselves dead in their relationships. They don't bury their personalities in their relationships. Whiners lose themselves in their relationships. Winners in a relationship, they still keep their dreams. They have their passion they are pursuing. Winners sacrifice everything for their relationship, and therefore they are always crying. Do you know how much I have had to sacrifice for you? Do you know how much I have had to give up for you? No, that is a whiner. You owe it to yourself to keep your dreams, even in your relationship. Kwesi, I think you've got to help me out there. From time to time, I'll be calling Kwesi because we're trying some new technology, and it's not too friendly. I think it doesn't like me. 10. Winners. Okay, so I was a whiner there. I wasn't a winner there. 10. Winners don't create insecurities for their partners. Winners don't. They don't create anything. They don't do anything that will make their partners insecure. Whiners manipulate their partners. 11. Winners don't play games in their relationships. They don't. They are not manipulative. They don't try tricks. Whiners are not open. 12. Winners don't do tit for tat. Whiners will not overlook anything. 13. Winners pick their battles carefully. Whiners make an issue of everything. Winners know what to say. You know, this is not a big deal. It's okay. Whiners, every issue. You said you called me, you didn't call me. So there must be World War III and things like that. 14. Whiners don't stay in toxic relationships. If the relationship is not affirming them, if the relationship is eating them up, they are going to address it. They are not going to stay in it. If it's not going to turn it around, if their partners are not prepared to turn around and make it work, they are walking. Whiners stay and complain. 15. Winners don't settle for less. Whiners will take whatever is available. So a winner can wait till she is 40 before she marries because she hasn't found somebody who makes her heart sing. A whiner will marry at 23 because somebody says, I will marry you, even when she knows that this is not going to work. Kwesi, let's go to 19. 19. Winners take responsibility for the health of their relationship. They hold themselves responsible. They do their best to ensure that, at least as far as they are concerned, this relationship should work. Whiners choose to blame everything on their partners. If something goes wrong in a relationship, a winner knows, let me look at what I have done to contribute to this. A whiner says, no, I mean, it's not my fault. It is his fault. It is her fault. And finally, 20, winners make their relationships fun. Whiners are boring. Listen, don't make your relationship boring. We are in a relationship because we want to have fun. So look for ways of making it fun, and you would be a winner. So that's the first W, W for winners and whiners. Let's go on to the second W, wages. Now, we're going to look at the wages of faithfulness, and then we'll look at the wages of unfaithfulness. I'm going to look at 10 of the wages of faithfulness in relationships, and then I'll look at 12 wages of infidelity in relationships. So let's go. 1, and we're looking at wages of faithfulness. 1, stress-free and peaceful life. Stress-free and peaceful life. 2, better health. If you are faithful in your relationship, your health would always be good because you're not having that much stress, which is the first wage, the first price you pay. 3, greater and more intimacy. When you are faithful in your relationship, your love life is sweet. Your sex is fun, is sweet. And you get more sex because you are fighting less. You understand me? If you're unfaithful in your relationship, you won't get more, because half of the time you are fighting. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Why? Because she's upset with you. But if you are able to, if you are faithful in your marriage, you get more sex and better sex. 4, respect. Respect from your partner, but respect from everyone who knows what is going on. Society respects faithful people. 5, progress and prosperity. something comes. When you are faithful, everything about you get, your career takes off better. Your business takes off well. You prosper. 6, confidence. You walk with confidence. You are not, because you are hiding nothing. You have nothing you are hiding. So you are not afraid. You are not scared with life. You are confident. You are confident when you are driving. I remember a friend of mine who almost had an accident here in Accra because he had a contraband at the passenger seat, and from across the other side he saw a car coming. It had the color of his wife's car, and he was going to go drive past the driver. The kind of turning he did to try to avoid, and then it turned out it wasn't even the wife. 7, more fun. When you are faithful in your relationship, you have more fun. You have so much fun. 8, protection and safety. Especially in these times, when you are faithful, you avoid a lot of scandal, a lot of things that could have gone wrong with you. You are saved from it. 9, there's a blessing that comes from being faithful. You live a blessed life because you are faithful. And finally, 10, trust. You have the trust of your partner, but you have the trust of everyone else who knows you, because they know we can trust this person. He is reliable. So let's look at the wages of infidelity. And I said we're going to look at 12. So let's start. Number 1, the first price you pay, stress. Hey, cheating in a relationship is stressful. If you don't know, you go to the hospital, and for every man who has a stroke, ask him, my brother, what happened? What is this? And they'll tell you, hey, the stress that day inside cheating, no use. 2, lack of fulfillment. Lack of fulfillment. There's an Akan saying, and we've always applied it to food. Today I'm going to apply it to something. The Akan saying goes like this: the man with many wives, with many women, it is hunger that kills him. A man with many wives, it is hunger that kills him. And we've assumed it is food hunger. No, it is not food hunger. It is sex hunger. Because you go to wife A and says, go to wife B. You go to wife B and say, why are you coming? Where is wife A? And before you realize, you haven't had anything. So lack of fulfillment. 3, shame. Shame. Because you see, it will catch up with you. It will blow up. And then you don't even want to get to town. Go out to town because everybody is heard, or you think everybody is heard. Or the worst is when a sex scandal of you comes out. It is never a pleasant thing. 4, ill health. Ill health. Your infidelity is killing you because it will give you all kinds of diseases. And I'm not talking just about sexually transmitted diseases, but I'm talking about even diseases that comes from just you constantly putting your body under pressure. 5, suspicion. And it's interesting here because it is not just suspicion from your spouse. Everyone who is cheating is suspicious of everybody else. Everybody else. When I was growing up, I discovered something. The womanizers in our community, and I grew up in a community called South Central. The womanizers, the men who are womanizers, if you visited their daughters, what they will do to you? Because you were suspicious of everybody. Because they know what they are doing to other people's daughters. So you are suspicious of everything. Sometimes when you have a partner who is always accusing you that you are cheating, he is telling you, I am cheating. That is why when your partner suddenly becomes suspicious of everything, every move of yours, your partner is cheating or is having an emotional affair. So 6, sleeplessness. Sleeplessness. Let's watch it. There is something that came out, I think, was it this week? A pastor's wife who took a nude picture of herself and mistakenly broadcast it to all members of the church. My goodness. I'd like to be in that church on Sunday just to see the woman. Sleeplessness. 7, fear and uncertainty. You live with fear. Hey, has she found out? Has he found out? Uncertainty. You get a call and you don't know, is it going to break the news? Contempt. Contempt. Society holds you in contempt if you are unfaithful. And your partner holds you in contempt as well. And then 9, you are exposed to all kinds of dangers. It's a very risky life. 10, lack of trust. You don't trust anybody, but people don't trust you either. 11, you destroy your loved ones, including your children. And finally, 12, there's a lack of connection. As long as your partner knows that I'm not the only person you do these things with, forget it. Connection is gone. So we've done 2 W's. We've done W for winning and winners and whiners, and we've done W for for wages. And now we go on to warning signs. I have said that. Don't tell me I don't know what happened. Don't tell me all of a sudden, no, something happened. You know something, there were warning signs there. The chances are that you don't know the significance of what the warning signs you are seeing. They don't make sense to you because it is not quite obvious to you. So today I'm going to share with you warning signs so that you can look out for this. It applies especially to you if you are not married. But even in marriage, you can see some of these things. When you see these things, there's trouble ahead, or you're already in trouble. But in a relationship, if you are not married and you are contemplating marriage, please look out for these signs, because they are, if you pay heed to them, they will save you from danger. So, shall we go? 1, your partner does not introduce you appropriately. You are with somebody you think you are dating, you are going out with, you think you have a relationship with, and then he meets other people, like you go to a party with him, or you visit him in the office or in church, and he's not introducing you appropriately. He's not saying that this is my girl or this is my man, and so this is somebody I go to church with. Then you know there's something wrong. 2, the boy or the person, the boy or the girl, and normally this goes for the boys, says the person you are dating says, I have no family and I have no friends. I have no family, I have no friends. Listen, when somebody says that to you, run. It's a major warning sign. No, but sometimes the person is not a refugee, but he says, I have no. Meanwhile, he was not born in a war-torn country. He has no family, he has no friends. Anyone who tells you, I don't have friends, is telling you that I'm not a good friend. I am not a good person, and that is why I don't have friends. 3, the person lies. You may gloss over it, it doesn't matter. Those who lie, it becomes a pattern. They may lie about things that don't matter, but it continues and becomes major issues. 4, your partner has a hot temper. Dating a hot-tempered person is a sign. You've got to be careful. Walk away. 5, your partner is demanding. Even when the relationship has not become marriage, the person is demanding. And I need money to go to the hospital. And my mother needs this. And my father needs this. Or where are you? Why didn't you pick my call? Those are your partner is demanding. 6, your partner cheats. Your partner cheats. He's warning you that I am a womanizer. 7, your partner is secretive. You never know what is going on with your partner. Be careful. 8, your partner is dominated and manipulated by a third party or by third parties. If you are dating somebody who must run everything by the mother, by a sibling, that's a warning sign. There's somebody, when you marry, you're going to have a third party. There must always, your decisions would always have to be run by somebody else, and it can be overruled. 9, the person broke a relationship for you. If somebody broke off a relationship just so he could have one with you, he will break your relationship with him and go for another person too. So be careful. It's a warning sign. 10, he or she has no respect for your people. 11, he does not honor his or her parents. If you are dating somebody who does not honor his parents and can talk to any of the parents anyhowly, oh, trust me, he will talk that way to you as well. He cannot or she cannot stand people of your tribe. You know, I'm a Fanti. What business do I have to marry somebody who says, as for Fantis, I hate them, I can't stand them? That's a warning sign. So advise yourself. 13, your partner does not respect you, shows you no respect. 14, your partner is wasteful. At this time, it may look cute, but when you marry and you really want to husband your resources well, that is where a wasteful partner will become such a headache. And finally, 18, your partner is vain. Your partner, oh, we have some more, okay. Your partner is vain. 16, your partner hides to take a call. Whenever you are in a relationship with somebody and a person can't take a call with you there, then that's a warning sign. What kind of call is that? 17, your partner will not tell you who called him. This one, he's not hiding. But he takes the call, and you see, those people, the call goes like, yeah, yeah, okay, oh, that's a warning sign. That's a warning sign. And then after that, oh, who was it? He said, no, you don't. Like, whenever you ask your partner, who was there, and say you don't know him. I mean, that is the warning sign. No, then you're a step boyfriend. 18, the person is jealous. When you are dealing with a jealous person, oh, please be careful. 19, your partner is always around you. It is different when your partner is in a transition, has come on leave, has come on holidays. Then, of course, he or she has to be with you all the time. But this is a person you all live in the same country, live in the same neighborhood, the same area, and he will leave you and go to attend to the ex. Then that is a warning sign. You are not quite in a relationship with this person. Advise yourself. So, Chrissy, do we have some more on the warning signs? Yes. 22, your partner has an unhealthy lifestyle. He's not taking good care of himself. That's a warning sign. You have problems in your relationship. 23, this person schemes and is vicious with other people. In his workplace, he has schemed everybody out, and he plays schemes on people. He will play it on you as well. 24, there's a huge difference between your educational background and that person's educational background, between your economic background and that person's background. Then it means that you are going to have a relationship that is not of equals, and that could be trouble. 25, your partner has no interest in adding value to himself or herself. You are dating somebody who has no interest in going to school, in improving his qualification, no interest in reading. Trouble. Your partner is abusive. That's a big no. Verbally, physically abusive, sexually abusive, please no. 27, your partner has no one to hold him accountable. If there's nobody bigger in your partner's life than himself, nobody can tell him, hey, sit down, this thing, stop it, then you are in trouble. 28, your partner has only crooks and people of questionable character as his friends. Everybody who is a friend of this boy is a gangster, and an ex-convict, and a drug dealer, and a player. Don't tell me he's different. Why is he still there? 29, he or she loves to put people down. He's always putting people down, always criticizing people, always bad-mouthing people. That's a warning sign. Finally, 30, he has no respect for your parents. Don't take a relationship further when that person meets your parents and shows utter contempt for them. That's a warning sign. So Those are three W's. Now let's go on to the final W, wife. And it's important for us to pay attention to what it means to say you are a wife, or when somebody tells you, I'm your wife. And it's important because, you know, the Bible says that the one who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So how does a wife become a good thing? And how does a wife become a thing of favor for you, a person of favor for you? So when I say I am a wife, I am saying, and now I'm using the letters of wife to now make the statement. I am saying W, I am wise. I am wise. A wife is wise. 2, I am saying I am worthy. I am worthy of your love. I am worthy of your trust. I am worthy of whatever responsibility comes with being a wife. So that's the first one. W, I am wise. I am worthy. When I say I am a wife, or when a woman says I am a wife, she's saying I am involved in your life. A wife is involved in your life. So you can't say I have a wife and you are running your life, you take decisions without reference to your wife. Then you don't have a wife. And you can also say you are a wife when you are not interested in what is going on in your partner's life. Because when you say you are a wife, you are saying I am involved. When you say I am your wife, you are saying I am involved in your life. Still at I, when I say I'm a wife, I want to idolize you. I want to idolize you. Every wife wants to celebrate the husband, wants to be proud of the husband. So if you say I have a wife, you have a responsibility to make sure you achieve and accomplish things that will make your wife idolize you and proud of you, and be able to say with pride to a friend, that's my husband, that's my husband. And if you say you are a wife and you are not proud of your husband, then there's something very wrong with the relationship, because you have to idolize your husband if you're a wife. That's the I in wife. Again, the I in wife is individual. When I say I'm a wife, I'm saying I'm an individual. What does it mean? It means my life is fuller with you, but my life will not be empty without you. It is fuller with you. But when you live too, it won't be empty. I'll be fine. I'll be cool. Chrissy, let's go on to that. When I say I'm a wife, I am also saying, and I'm still sticking to the I am incubator. I am an incubator. I am an incubator. Now, and I'm using incubator in a very limited sense. We put an egg in an incubator and it hatches it, and out of it comes a chicken. So an incubator, put something in, it's the same thing that's going to come out. If you put an egg in an incubator and an egg comes out, something has gone wrong. So when I say I'm my wife, I'm saying an incubator. So give me a sperm, I'll give you a baby. Give me money, and I'll give you food and a home. Give me love, and I'll give you bliss. Give me plans, and I'll make them happen. Give me information, and I'll give you insight. And I'm talking about the incubator function of a wife. Give me yourself, and I'll make a man, a husband, and a father of you. In other words, nothing you give a wife, if it is a wife, will come out the same. Because she's an incubator. She would take it to another level. And when I say I'm a wife, I'm saying I am industrious. You can't be wife when you are not hardworking. The women who stay at home and want their husband to go and come and do everything for them, they are not wives. They are not wives. If you're a wife, you are industrious. You are resourceful. You go out, you make things happen. F. So we've done the W in wife, I in wife. Now F. When I say I am wife, I am saying I am faithful. If you are married and you are not faithful, you cease to be a wife. You've got to be faithful. When you say I am a wife or when I say I'm a wife, I am saying that I am fun-loving. Let's note that well carefully. Every woman loves fun. So if you have a wife and you are not creating fun around the home, you are not making her become fully wife. She is fun-loving, and she also makes fun happen. But this is more important, very important. Another F. When I say I'm a wife, I am saying I am fire. I'm saying I am fire. In other words, I can give you warmth, but I can also burn you. The choice is yours. You know, I can be useful, or I can be destructive. And we've got to note that. Treat a woman well, treat your wife well, and she'll become fire to warm you. Fire to cook the food, to make things happen. But treat your wife badly, and she'll be fire. She will burn you. Now let's go to the last letter of wife, E. So when I say I'm a wife, I am saying that I would enrich your life. 2, I am emotional. E, we are look at the E in wife. Emotional. So the men will say, my wife is too emotional. Yes, she's called wife. She has a right to be emotional. So it goes with the territory. I am enchanting. E, enchanting. And this is very important, I am erotic. You know, because marriage is the only relationship in which sex is allowed. So your wife is erotic. Don't think of your wife as the mother of your children. Think of your wife as your lover. Somebody you have intimacy with. Think about that. So when I say I'm wife, I'm saying I am erotic. Sexual desire. I have sexual desire, and you must relate to me sexually. So that's it. Now, I decided to coin something with wife, with the letters of wife. So, and to make a statement with it. And that would encapsulate what I think being a wife ought to be. And I came up with this. Wonderful if faithfully embraced. And you realize that the first letter of that sentence would form the word wife. Wonderful if faithfully embraced. If you embrace a woman faithfully and you are faithful to her, she becomes wonderful. All right, so that is our presentation for today. We have looked at W words, and I hope it's been useful to you. I hope you've enjoyed it and you've learned a thing or two. So we'll stop here and then take a little break. When we come back, I'll take your questions. But I would also wish that you can make videos and send us to tell us so we can share with the rest of the world as to how this platform has been useful to you. And if you can do it with your partner by you, so we know you are telling the truth, you'll get a prize for that. So thank you very much.
Honey, I have laid the bed. Baby, honey, tomorrow I have a meeting. I have a business meeting tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, sweetheart. Here, take this.
Get the best-selling novels, The Deal, and Perfect Couple by Uncle White at 40 Ghana cedis each. Available at all Shell shops, selected bookshops, and total filling stations. For inquiries, call 050-554-6010 or WhatsApp 050-554-6030 for your copies.
Very much for staying with us, and I do not take your patronage for granted. Your investment of time and data, very much appreciated. So we'll take questions now. Do you have any questions?
Yes, we do.
All right.
We have a comment here from Fia Weezy. He says, if you go and receive calls somewhere, trouble. If you receive in her presence, to trouble. Uncle Ebo, you're not being fair.
I hear you. I hear you, but be correct, Kakra. You know. Let's go.
All right, we have a WhatsApp question. It says, please, uncle, I really need your advice. I'm in a relationship with a guy who already has 5 children with 3 different women and currently living with the 3rd woman, but always has problems with her. And whenever there's a problem, the lady will try and attack him with a knife on so many occasions, but he's not interested with her. And sometimes I can't tell because it's a long distance story. Uncle, what is your advice?
Leave the relationship. You have no business relating to that man. And if his wife wants to kill him, let her kill him. But leave. You have no, maybe you are part of the problems. You are part of the reasons why the wife picks a knife.
From Matilda, what if he doesn't pick the call in your presence because you complain about the way he speaks on the phone?
Oh, I see. Okay, so you've pushed him away. So then that's fine. Then you know that there isn't anything there.
From Nana Kweku, what about if your partner talks with his or her ex very often?
Yeah, that's a warning sign, isn't it?
Afali Megavi has a comment. He says, Uncle, these warning signs are more red level alerts.
All right, okay, so code red. I agree with you.
Ernestina Ishan says, Uncle, it's true. Women who wait for their husbands before the family eat are lazy, and they are always jealous of others. I have more in my family. I have 4 in my family, and they are always demanding from me. What is your advice?
I think you just made a comment. I wouldn't comment on it.
From Sandy, Uncle, what about if the husband tells his wife to stay home and look after the children and take care of the home? Is the woman still not a wife?
Oh, she's a wife because you've come to an agreement. You called for it. So that is perfectly legitimate. You know why she's home.
Akresi says, Uncle, please, apart from procreation, companionship, and sex in marriage, which singles can get, why do we marry? And please leave religion out of it.
Why do I get the impression that this is a trap?
Elijah.
So I'll avoid it. I won't answer it. Yeah, let's go.
Sylvia is saying, thanks, Uncle. This is indeed a reminder and challenging. God bless you. Looking forward to meeting you in the MTN house.
All right, yeah, we'll be there. You guys have been slow with the comments.
Yeah, it's been a bit difficult. Uncle, when would you spell husband?
I did, so go and check.
All right, just a reminder that we should keep the questions coming in so that Uncle Ebo would answer them as soon as possible, or else we'll be going.
All right, so, yes, go on.
Microphone.
All right, go.
Okay, Uncle, you spoke about the fact that wives help. When you say you're a wife, you help your husband to become a better person. I have heard of situations. Or
did I say that?
No, I'm actually paraphrasing.
Okay, then you just say that. That's how you got it.
Okay, that's the understanding I got.
All right, okay, I hear you.
But a lot of the times we hear complaints about people who say that my wife wants me to be like this, my wife wants me to be like that, but that is not how I want to be. How do you communicate to how will you communicate to the person that this is not how I want to be, this is where I'm looking at, and not just pushing me down that street because you think it's the best route
All right.
for me?
Okay. Kawite, you are married, right?
Yes, sir.
I'd like you to help me with something.
Yeah.
Why is it that it is only unmarried people who ask questions about marriage?
I guess they are most curious.
No, the questions they're asking, this question is not curious. It's also, they ask the questions as if they know what is inside marriage. So to Ken, to Kweku, to Abizi, to Kanesen, to Isaac, Mundi Mulemu.
Oh, Uncle, so should they ask questions?
We'll read Ken's question.
Yeah. Oh, Uncle. Uncle from Joseph. Uncle, if your ex calls you one day and tells you, I want to have a child with you, and she is married, what do you do?
Seriously? All right. I'm surprised you ask a question like that. I really don't know what you should do.
All right. Akwesi says, Uncle, God bless you for what you are doing. Firstly, please, can I have your contact? 2, my main question is, can love guarantee understanding?
No. No, it can't. It can't. But it creates an environment for it to happen, for understanding to grow and flourish. But it cannot guarantee. It cannot guarantee it. Love makes you positively disposed towards somebody, but what you do with that is your business. That's why I would say that relationships take work, and you can't just hide behind, we love each other. No, you love each other, you can't fight, and that is not enough.
From Nilaye. Uncle, please, should a lady be dating a guy who lives with his ex, who has kids for him?
Come again.
Uncle, please.
Wait. The guy lives with his ex.
No, the lady lives.
The lady lives with her ex.
No, the lady wants to know if it is okay for the guy.
The guy is living with the
his
ex
and the 2 kids that they have together.
All
like
right, listen. An ex means you've broken. There's no link. When there's a link, it is not X. The link here is strong. This is not an X. No, this is not an X.
2 kids and counting.
This is not an X. All right, yeah, Kanison wants to ask a question.
I thought we're not allowed.
Kanison is one of the wonderful young men here. And I can tell you that the only reason why Kanison is asking the question now is that he wants to undo the harm Ken's question did to single people.
Uncle, you mentioned that incubators help to create, and in the sense that when you give something into an incubator, you end up having a good result out of it. Uncle, should you not find an incubator, or you have this person, but the person is not incubating enough? What do you do?
All right, take the incubator for repairs. All right, let's see.
Okay. Helena says, I am on the path of self-love thanks to ENCORE. I feel more peaceful, happy, beautiful, and I appreciate the little things in my life.
Great.
And the bonus is I am losing weight in the process.
Sisters.
That's wonderful.
You are a blessing to my life. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. You've made my day.
From Gifty. Uncle, what if your husband bans you from having any communication with your ex who is the father of your child?
Wait, this Gifty?
Yes.
The name Gifty in this room is very significant to her.
Yes, highly.
Is that Gifty or?
No.
All right, then let's take the question again.
Okay, so uncle, from Gifty Nana Benadadzi.
Yeah. Hi, Nana, thank you for the question. Okay, let's have the question now.
Uncle, what if your husband bans you from having any communication with your ex, who is the father of your child?
And is he taking care of the children? Is your husband taking care of the children? Or are you dependent on the ex to help take care of the children? If your husband has taken over the children and adopted them, then you really don't have any reason to stay in touch with your ex. In which case, if your ex wants to have contact with the children, he would have to do what is right, i.e., let him approach the right people and let's get it done the right way.
Please, uncle, I need your advice. I am between two wonderful gentlemen. I am currently outside the country, but I've been with the first guy for 8 years now. He's been good to me, but we argue most of the time. I recently got attached to my SHS mates, whom I love so much. Now, I don't know which of them to choose. I think I feel pity for the first guy because he has been good to me, but at the same time, I think I lust for my mates. Please help me.
I'm sure by now you are wishing that women would also be permitted to marry more than one man.
What's the
well, have a long talk with yourself. It is possible that you are running away from some of the challenges in relating to your this young man you've related to for 8 years. You are beginning to romanticize about this second person, and yet there's no guarantee that life with this person may be better than life with the first person. But if it is you are long distance and you're not here, that may also contribute to it. It's possible after 8 years you've taken each other for granted, and this person, fresh on the block, is doing overtime to keep you, to keep the connection. So for now, he seems wonderful. As a boss, I have discovered something. When workers are on probation, they are fantastic workers. Let them go past probation. Then you get to know what kind of workers they are. So be careful. Don't write off the 8 years of your life. Don't do that lightly unless you have good reasons to do that.
Uncle, we have a question from Alfred. He says, Uncle, is it good for your wife to ask you who calls you whenever you receive a call? How does he deal with it? Answer.
Who called you? Answer. So who called you? Abiziga called me. Who is Abiziga? Oh, Abiziga is a girl, is a colleague in the office. Or Abiziga is a girl who sings praises in church. Answer. Yo, what are you? You do creative for honest. Just answer the question. And answer without hesitation. Because women, listen, half of the time when a woman asks a question, she's not interested in the answer. She's interested in your reaction. Yeah. Because it is possible she has already guessed an answer, or the answer is not that important. So, who called you? Oh, Jojo called me. Oh, okay. But who called you? Why are you asking? Hey, why am I asking? Oh, then now I'll ask. Who called you? So, just answer the question. I think that will be fine.
All right. Uncle, this one is a bit long, so I'll go through it quite fast. Uncle WHYTE, I felt you would be the right person to give me counsel on this. I am 33, not on a permanent job, but in school. He is 34, relocated to Holland early last year, and has a 6-year-old daughter he got after his first degree. He's pushing a relationship, but uncle, I am a bit hesitant about it. First, I have always wanted to live in Ghana and work and have a family, and living abroad has not been my aim, unless to pursue a second degree. Secondly, I don't know if I will be a good mother to his daughter without having issues. Uncle, I just feel like I'll be throwing away all the knowledge and skills I've acquired, and then I would have to go and learn a new language and fit into a new system while trying to get a job, which will be very hectic. He's very outspoken and naughty from the stories he's giving me about his sexual life. I am the opposite. Despite his naughty nature, he's quite a gentleman and has focus. We have meaningful conversations. He listens. Uncle, please counsel. I'm sure he's also listening.
Since he listens, then have a chat. Have a chat. Let him hear your concerns. And if, as you say, he's such a gentleman and listens, I'm sure the two of you will find a solution. It is not an impossible situation, and I'm wishing the two of you well.
Uncle, from Emanuela, if a guy is always demanding proof to believe you are telling him the truth and always having something to argue with you, what would you advise she does?
You tell him the truth, and he doesn't believe you, or is asking you to prove it. No, I think that, and listen, the law in Ghana says that you are innocent unless we prove you guilty. Let's bring that into our relationship. Don't assume I am guilty until you bring evidence to convict me. So if he doesn't believe you, he should bring the evidence to show you that he has caught you lying. Otherwise, don't bother to prove. How are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove it? Are you going to swear? What are you going to do? I don't think it will be, it helps. Or unless it takes you to some of the places in Volta and Western regions. And I've heard of a place in Eastern region as well, where they could do a few things, but it's not worth it. He should prove it. You don't have to prove anything.
From Samwise, Uncle, I'm in a relationship with a girl who has a child. She cheated on me and she got pregnant in the process. Had to find out the hard way. Please, what should I do? Because I think I'm also obsessed with her.
Oh, poor boy. Poor boy. No, okay. Does she love you to the extent that you love her? Or is this a one-way relationship? I wish I knew. All right. Canison wants to ask another question.
Uncle, please.
All
Uncle.
Right. We have more questions.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Uncle, please, is it right to call or try to be friends with your spouse's mistress?
Hey. Okay, call.
Okay. What are you going to say in the call? I know of situations where a wife befriending a mistress has killed that relationship. Because once the woman becomes your friend, then she thinks that I can't do this to you. So if that is the plan, it may work. But if you are going to say, I am calling to warn you, what you do instead is that you strengthen that relationship even more.
From Kojo, my wife is always mad at me, especially after she had our first child. I complained earlier about her inability to learn and do the right thing for the baby, which she hates. I have stopped talking about such things, but she still has bitterness in her heart. My situation is complex, and I would wish I can hear from you. Advice.
The operative word is that your situation is complex. And complex situations cannot be addressed with a very simple answer. So go to the person who counseled you before you married and have a chat.
Uncle, please, is it good for a husband to tell his friends everything that is happening in his life? He can even open up to tell them how much he earns. What can I do as a wife? I am so uncomfortable.
There's nothing you can do, but your husband will learn sooner or later that is not the wise way to live his life. He's assumed his friends are good friends. He will discover human nature very soon. So pray for him.
From Nanama, Uncle, please, is it also wrong if a guy is always demanding to see a lady all the time? is the person safe to marry? Is it safe to marry such a guy?
It's a warning sign, really. I would be a bit uncomfortable if he wants to see me all the time. Miss me all the time, but that you want to come and be there every time, no.
Uncle, what if your partner cheated on you and it's been several months? He apologized, yet he has stuff of the girl. What do? Do you still talk about it or leave him to go on with the relationship?
He hasn't called it off. You see, life after an affair happens if only the person who cheated takes the steps to end that relationship. Ending it means destroying everything that was linked to it, like the stuff of the girl. If he's keeping it and doesn't want to throw them away, then he's not out of the affair yet.
From Stewardson, Uncle, please, should the height of people be considered before marriage? Example, two short people. Two short people, right? Oh, okay. And two short people. Oh, okay.
I don't see anything wrong with it. No. No, it doesn't. It doesn't also mean that two short people would give birth to even shorter people. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Uncle, we have been together for almost 3 years now. I am outside Ghana, and last year I came to visit her. Before then, I called her mom to check on her. When I came to Ghana, her mom advised me well on our relationship and cited the example that we are in our 20s and we have to plan well. Not long ago, my lady texted me a message that we should end the relationship because her family is not in support, and she's not being specific on which side of the family. I still communicate with some of her family, and her elder sister was shocked when I broke this news to her. Please advise me.
When are you coming back to Ghana? If you're not coming back to Ghana anytime soon, put the relationship on hold till you come down. In the meantime, don't think you have a relationship.
From Elizabeth in Kenya, would you marry a guy who does nothing at all to help financially, claiming he takes care of his siblings? Should he at least try?
Well, he should try. He should try. He's taking care of his siblings, saying, once he's in a relation and married to you, his family changes to you and to the children you have. His siblings become less of a priority than what he has to provide to you and to the children. So he's got his priorities wrong, or you don't mean as much to him as you should.
Uncle, on this subject of siblings and family, when both partners are not of the same orientation, the way you're advising it, how do they approach it?
They must be. The principle is this: once you marry, your family, you must define your family differently. Your family is no longer first and foremost your parents and your siblings. Your family is first and foremost your spouse and your children. Whatever you do for your siblings and your parents must come after you have fulfilled your relationship to your spouse and to your children. That is the way it must work, and orientation no day inside this one.
From Linda, Uncle, please, is it okay to start a relationship leading to marriage with a guy who cares more about his extended family than you?
I think the principle I've just outlined would speak to that as well.
From Enam, Uncle, please, what do you think about a guy who used to date several girls, but in 2018 says he has stopped all that and now wants to focus on his real girlfriend because dating several girls is time-wasting, waste of money, and makes you lie all the time. And now it looks like he is making a conscious effort to stop. My question is it possible that in the future, when he is married, he can go back to that behavior?
Are you the one? Are you the one he's relating to? You are one of the people he sacked. Because it wasn't that clear whether you are. Where are you in this picture, or this is just somebody you are concerned about? Right. Let's go on to something.
Okay, we have a follow-up from the gentleman who complained about his wife arguing all the time, especially after she had the first child. He says, we didn't have any counseling before marriage. We tried after we got married, but was not committed. I have made several calls to go for counseling, but she does not want to go. Is my marriage dead? Is my marriage dead? Sorry.
Wow, that's an issue. Still try to get a counselor to help you. All right, I'd like to thank you very much for staying with me. Oh, a quick reminder. My 2 novels, The Deal and Perfect Couple, are now on Amazon. So those of you who've been asking about where you can get copies, it's now easy. Go to Amazon and you'll find copies of The Deal and Perfect Couple. And then your feedback, your testimony about what this platform has done for you, just do a video and send it. For now, thank you very much for staying with me. May God bless and keep and sustain you in the coming week. May you find fulfillment, and may God guide every step of yours. Stay blessed. They call me Uncle WHYTE. I am the CEO of Roman Productions, but I'm also